Hello everyone, my name is Betty Oxley, and as you've met me a couple of times, I went to Japan when I was young and raised 5 children that loved Jesus. And we told the Japanese the story of Jesus. And in our church there, one of the churches, there was a lady named Mrs. Konishi. I have a picture of her. This is Mrs. Konishi and her husband. And Mrs. Konishi trusted Jesus and became a lovely Christian. And she was so happy. And she began to ask her husband, I want to go to church on Sundays and I want to be baptized. May I be baptized? And he said, no. And he said, no. She didn't go to church. Another Sunday comes by and she said, your dinner is all prepared. It's all ready for you at noontime. Eat when you want to. May I go to church? I want to be baptized. And he said, no. This went on for several months. And finally, one day, Mr. Konishi said, did I show that fast? This is Mr. Konishi. He said, all right, if it's that important to you, you can go to church and you can be baptized. And Mrs. Konishi was so happy that her husband said she could be baptized. And she got ready and could hardly wait for that service to begin at a river near the church. Then he began to think, this is so important to my wife and she's so happy now and changed. I must give her a present. So he thought, what could he give his wife? He's a calligraphy, and he taught in the schools. He taught in junior college, and he taught in some high schools the language of writing beautiful Japanese pictures. And so there are thousands of Japanese characters that you must learn.
Turn the picture
this way. And it was thousands of beautiful pictures that they had to write. And he mastered them. And so he said, I know what I'll do. I will write the Bible in Japanese and give her a handwritten Bible. So these are the books from the Bible that he began to write. From Genesis 1:1 through Revelations, he was going to write every single Bible book. And then I have a picture of him doing this. Here he is with his ink brush, and his Japanese Bible. And here he is with all the books of the Bible that he began to write. I don't know how long it took, but that's what he did for his present to his wife, because she was so happy. And then when he was writing all these books, he came to the book of Isaiah. And he was writing the book of Isaiah, and then he read these words, but those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. This is the word for eagle. And it said that if you trust in the Lord and lean on him, you'll mount up and have the strength of these eagles. And he practiced it. He wrote it again and again and again. And he was so thrilled. And during that time then, he became a Christian. He says, I've got to learn about this eagle and about Jesus and about the Bible. So he gave his heart to the Lord Jesus and became a Christian. So the joy that they both had on the day that she was baptized. And Then another thing happened after that. My husband Dale got sick, and we were preparing to come back to America, and they wanted to write, and so they wrote beautiful eagle pictures for my family. Here's one. Whoa. This is the word eagle, and that little red marks over there in the corner, that is his signature, that is authentic, and that is the word. And he wrote this and gave it to Dale before he went to America. And then I went back sometime later, and he was not well, and he came to church Sunday morning. He was only there 10 minutes to meet me. Then he went home, and then shortly after that, he passed away. But it was this word, eagle. Mount on wings of eagle, you'll have strength from the Lord. And what a story and testimony. Though when we retired from Japan, every one of our children received a handwritten word, eagle. And they weren't mimeographed or copies. Everyone was hand-painted. And so we have many of them we've given to family and relatives, and to all of our children have their own copy of the word eagle. But the most exciting part was, in Japan you have contests. And in our prefecture there in Japan where we lived, they have a contest for calligraphy writing. And he entered this and took first place in our prefecture. And then they have another contest in the state of Kyushu, of all these prefectures. And he took first place there. And then the next place you go is in Tokyo. He took first place there. And then he went to Europe, in Paris, France. He was #1 in the world with his calligraphy word, eagle, that he wrote. And I think he had to tell them a little bit what was the reasoning you chose this word. And he had a testimony that he gave at that time. But #1 in the world from our little church down in our valley, this calligraphy teacher, through the testimony of his wife, gave his heart to the Lord. It's just marvelous the doors that God opened. And he's with the Lord now, but every home has the word eagle in it. #1 in the world.